This will like be saved, right? So if I don't record it on my phone.
I think. I mean, it's YouTube, right? I don't know.
You tell me.
I don't know. Matt just told me push. Just do it. Oh, ask Matt.
Sorry.
I don't have a number.
We texted back. It was cool getting to say my Oh, I've been doing a lot of work here, so I invited me and like some of the people I've been working with to like speak policy people about it. It was really fun. Yeah, it's 2:30.
Would anyone like the agenda to be shared to them if they did not receive a copy in the front? Are we good? Yeah, we'll also be displaying it. Agendas are up in the front. Can someone give me the names of those who aren't here? Yes, class. Ariel's is completely arms here. Well, Bo says that he will not be present today.
Don't read this. Don't read this, but like talk about it, you know? Like don't read this word.
Oh my gosh. Shocky Oscar, Casey, is that blurry?
A little bit. I think it should. Can y'all see it well? Nice tight clip. Where'd you get it? I'll send you a shirt.
Ready to go? Okay. Welcome everyone. Hi. I would like to call the Senate meeting to order at 6:06 p.m. on Wednesday, October 12th. We will begin with roll call.
President Pro Tempore Ludwig.
Here.
Past Senator Ira.
Here.
Past Senator Chen.
Please.
Past Senator Cole.
Here.
Past Senator Cortez.
Here.
Past Senator Vaughn.
Here.
Chair Senator Jimenez. Here. Chair Senator Nicosi. Here. Here. Chair Senator Zuride. Zuride.
He is excused.
Chair Senator Nunes. Here. Chair Senator Moore. Here. Chair Senator Nguyen.
She is
Chair Senator Young.
excused.
Chair Senator Cato. Chair Senator Lamont.
Awesome. We will move on to the next item on our agenda, which is the approval of agenda. Is there any corrections at this time to the agenda? Nope. Can I get a motion to approve the agenda then? You move.
I move.
Awesome. Can I get a second, please?
Second.
Thank you. So it has been moved by Senator Moore and seconded by Senator Cortez. All in favor? All opposed? Abstentions? Passes. Moving on to the approval of the State of the Association meeting minutes. It will be passing around. Also, it will need the approval of Executive Cabinet because Executive Cabinet did report. So we will also give it to ECAB during Friday at 3 p.m., which is our Executive Cabinet meeting. Other than that, our Senate Secretary will be passing it around. Please just sign your name as well as your signature. Read through it, see if there's any corrections you would like to make. If not, just keep on passing it along, and let's pass it back to our Senate Secretary when you all are done. Perfect? Thank you. We'll move it on to ex officio reports. At this time, if you're an ex officio and would like to report, I do invite you to do so.
Hi y'all, my name is Mafalda. I'm here on behalf of the documents and programs. Just want to invite you all tomorrow. We'll be having our Almani movie screening. It'll be from 5 to 8 p.m. at Hub 267. It's about the story of a fellow immigrant activist and following him for the first time, going back to Korea after, I think, 14 years and seeing his grandmother who has Alzheimer's. So just like watching him go through all that, especially like the process of being like traveling while being undocumented and what that looked like. That'll be tomorrow from 5 to 8 in Hub 367. I really invite you all to join us. He'll be doing a Q&A afterward, so he'll be joining us. And again, the Diane Guerrero event and In the Country We Love, My Family Divided. She'll be speaking Wednesday, November 2nd from 5:30 to 9 p.m. in Hub 302. Tickets are going by fast, so if you're really interested in attending, it's open to the community, so you don't have to be CR students, so if you want to invite your friends, you can. But you have to get a ticket. To get a ticket, you have to go to the event page on Facebook. So follow us at the Doctor Student Programs at UCR and click on the event, and then the RSVP link is right there. Please RSVP like ASAP because again, tickets are almost completely gone. And we will only do it. It's not first come first served. It's literally a ticket to come in. But it's completely free, which is awesome. And afterwards, she'll be doing a book signing. So we're trying to get. We're trying to look for and also bringing like our books there available for sale. Working that out. All of you all know how that goes. But there will be a book signing afterwards. That's pretty cool. And lastly, Colton has their conference coming up on November 5th, Saturday. So I really invite you all to spread the word if you know even undocumented high school students or just incoming UCR or just in general. Reach out to us because this is a really helpful event where they learn about how to attend any higher education, institution of higher education, and they get the tools that they need to succeed. So that's November 5th from 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. If you're interested in finding out more, have them contact our office. And if you all don't know where our office is, it's Coastal Hall, T24. So like, right behind here. Yeah.
Thank you so much. Do you all have any questions? No, perfect. Thank you once again.
Hi, my name is Donna. I'm the SBCR Church Counselor Program.
Sorry, the event on November 2nd?
Yeah, the winner will be November 2nd. So like Chicano Latino identified organizations will be out there with altars. And then it'll be like really cool. It's like already made your face painted. It's like a whole thing. So
Is it from 11 to 1?
it's lunar, yeah, 11 to 2.
Alright.
Perfect.
Thank you.
Thank you. Any other expositios?
Hello, I'm Shelby Green, here at the ASUCR Meeting. You have a letter I sent, no? So I have two things. Firstly, I'm going to talk about the ASUCR reporting structure to give more context about this. ASUCR has been dealing with this matter for over the last 3 to 4 years. Last year, I was part of the executive cabinet as the vice president of finance and have dealt with this issue and came close to reaching an agreement through MOU to have a co-supervision with the executive director for ASUCR. This MOU has been unanimously passed by the previous Senate, however, it has been rejected by Chancellor Wilcox. This year, the executive cabinet has tried to reach a similar agreement for dual reporting for the ASUCR executive director. However, this year the chancellor has made an edict, which is similar to an executive order, to have a dotted line reporting with the ASUCR president and the direct line reporting with the vice chancellor of student affairs for the ASUCR executive director. We will discuss this more in closed session, what it exactly means. This matter was scheduled to be discussed and deliberated on last state of association closed session. However, due to special circumstance, it has been postponed to today at 7:30. Since this matter is a personnel and building personnel and has to be discussed in closed session and cannot be deliberated during regular session. I hope that makes sense. I will be releasing an official statement regarding this after consulting with Senate. To make this clear, there is no agreement between ASUCR and the UCR administration, and I'm hesitant to make any formal statement until closed session is concluded and the Senate has reached a decision. Is there any questions?
Thank you so much.
Hi, how's it going? I just wanted to say that the MAC Fall Picnic is tomorrow from 5 to 7 p.m. There's going to be a lot of good food, a lot of people, and that will be kind of the culmination of our quote-unquote welcome week. Best Cafe is still, I believe, Wednesdays 11 to 12, and Tuesdays we do have our Medsicle and our Wednesday. And that's about it. Oh, also, MAC now has an app, so if you download the UCR app, you can download the MAC app. It's pretty cool. But yeah.
So you said tomorrow 4 to 7?
Tomorrow 5 to 7. And the AI, like,
What's it called?
the MAC Fall Picnic.
Perfect. Thank you so much.
I have another thing to talk about. This is regarding the upcoming board meeting. It is scheduled to happen October 17th, Monday at 10 a.m. We will be deliberating about the use of student funds and the continuation of the musical festival. So if you're all free, I encourage you all to attend that meeting.
Where will it be held?
Hub 260 at Monday at 10 a.m. It is open to all students, so I encourage you all to be there, especially as elected student representatives. Thank you all.
Thank you so much. Any other expositios at this time? Perfect. We'll move on to our next item on the agenda, which is public forum. At this time, I welcome you all to come speak to your Senate and let us know if you have any concerns, questions, or comments about anything.
Hey y'all, my name is Kaylin. I just wanted to come and introduce myself. I'm the new CalPERG organizer. You guys are probably familiar with CalPERG. Our goals this year are to save California We're also continuing our work on food and shelter and security on campus. I'm really excited to work with y'all on that. I've already started to work with ASUCR on voter registration, and it's been very exciting. So I'm looking forward to continuing that. I'm here to work with you guys, if you have any questions, or want to know something about CalPERG, or want to attend one of our classes that happen on Thursday. You're more than welcome. Thank you guys so much.
Thank you. Could you write your name and your email down just in case any senators are interested in contacting you?
Yeah.
Thank you so much. It was Kaylin again?
Yes.
Awesome. Anyone else?
Hello everyone, my name is Casey Gillard, third year history and international relations major, also former Jazz Senator for last year. Just wanted to provide some context on the judicial situation that's happening, because I know that came up last meeting or something. I wasn't here for last meeting. But I was at the vote that occurred. I was the one that abstained, so I actually screwed all this up for you guys because I voted no. This wouldn't be an issue for you guys right now. But so in regards to that meeting was probably, if I remember correctly, it was held on about 7 a.m. during finals week of spring quarter. Due to the timing, 90% like, I'm speaking in hyperbole right now. Most of the Senate was not able to make it. During that meeting, the executive vice president stripped the voting privilege from probably about half of the senators that were there. Part of the rules for stripping of voting privilege is notice is provided before, notice is provided after. None of that was ever provided. But in doing so, stripping voting privileges, we were able to meet quorum, because quorum is half of all voting members of Senate, and if senators don't have their voting privilege, quorum is reduced. But in regards to that, the entire time last year we were explaining what abstaining is. The context for abstaining was always if you abstained, if you did not believe you had enough information to make a vote, either for yes or for no. The person that was nominated, Samantha Fuentes, she had never been introduced to Senate. She was never at a Senate meeting. We could not talk to her or anything at all. It was just a name thrown to us, and we were asked to vote on it. Thus, I abstained because I didn't want to say yes to her. I didn't know her. I didn't want to say no because it's unfair to say no. From that, Taylor, our executive vice president, Gavel said no, she was not elected, and that was the end of it. A few days after that, we got a notice from judicial saying no, actually she was approved. I did actually send in a case about this, trying to fix this, because that in no way was that Senate's wishes to actually nominate this girl. No offense to her, I've never met her, I don't know anything about her. But she was approved at a 3-1-2 vote. That is not 75%, that is 50%. Judicial nominations, I do believe, need either 2/3 or 75%. I think it's 2/3. But if her nomination is really questionable in nature. Senate truly, it's not the little Senate last year to have approved her. It wasn't anything, and I do wish that all of you would stand by Shafi's executive order to make sure she was not appointed, because speaking as a senator for last year, it was not my wish to nominate her. I wish no, the little against this girl, I don't know her, but it's not a personal thing. It's just a, in my opinion, for the truest continuation of what ASUCR stands for, in terms of student voices being heard, she should not be on judicial, and y'all should be the ones that choose new justice. Any questions? Sherry?
So if no one ever met her, she never came to Senate, how come 3 people voted for her?
I have absolutely no idea. I can't
We
speak.
did have to sort of speak on that, we did have the application, so maybe that was a reason as to why people saw the qualifications.
So the application was sent out to the senators.
We were provided.
We were given it.
We were given it at the meeting. We were given 3 people at that meeting. I actually don't remember the other 2 people, but I think the other 2 were actually even present at the meeting. She was the only one not present at the meeting, and she was the only one that got approved. But we literally went through 2 people earlier in the day, voted
30
both of them
seconds.
down, and then this girl, her name came up, and literally because I abstained, she was able to be approved, because according to the judicial ruling, me abstaining completely removed me from the vote at all. That's, in my opinion, hugely problematic.
Yeah.
But
Motion to
I mean, in my general understanding of abstaining, this was the function that we went through the entire time. Abstaining is not a yes or no, it's you saying you do not have enough information to do it. The definition that judicial went off of in regards to that procedure was that abstaining completely removes your vote completely. If judicial is to continue with that, I'm going to urge you all senators this year to never abstain because it is literally removing your votes. And that is hugely problematic in my opinion.
Senator Cole?
Can the parliamentarian clarify what?
We are looking up right now.
Okay, perfect.
Thank you so much.
Also, Casey, I know because I did attend a lot of those meetings as well at the end of the year, a lot of senators weren't coming to meetings out of some kind of protest. Do you know if that was the reason why, that's the reason why that meeting at 7 a.m. that day?
What do you mean? Like,
Because senators were not coming to meetings because
well, the issue was, we ended our last meeting of the ASUCR Senate for 2015-2016, I believe during week 9. Actually scheduled meetings for week 10, but this was once again the time that these were not regularly scheduled Senate meetings. These were kind of an ad hoc, hey, we're going to meet at this time. So the reason Wednesdays get chosen is because that's supposed to be the time that most people are available. Hell, you need to look up right now, a lot of people, probably 3 years, will not even be able to show up at these times. So when you're trying to tell people just at random times you need to show up, especially during week 10 when people have finals, they have end of year papers, it just becomes hugely problematic. Well, it could be possible that some senators were refusing to go to these meetings in protest. I'm not able to speak for them on their behalf, but I was there in presence at all these meetings. And yes, I do believe the meeting we attended on finals week was the third one we had, because the previous 2 meetings we had, we were not able to meet for.
Our parliamentarian has found 2/3 vote in Robert's Rule of Order, so.
This is, everybody, this is what it says, we want to do 2/3 vote. A 2/3 vote, when unrequired, means that at least 2/3 of the votes casted by entitled people to vote, excluding blanks or abstentions. So basically, this vote wouldn't count to the total number of votes, so 3-1, that's what counts. So any blanks or abstentions at a regular week or properly called meeting.
So, according to what the parliamentarian is saying right now, is that judicial was kind of fair in their ruling? According to Robert's rules.
According to Robert's rules, but you understand that the context that we were voting under, which is the EVP telling us that this is what voting like that means. And this is something the EVP even did because the EVP banged the gavel, said this vote failed. I do believe it is under unfair circumstances to count that vote if the student representatives did not know what they were voting for properly. Because if you don't know what your vote means, it's kind of unfair to count it. Would you not say that, Shane?
I definitely do understand that, and I agree with that wholeheartedly. But if 3 members of Senate were able to vote in favor of it, and the information was provided to the senators, and they felt like they were confident enough to vote, I think the vote might hold.
I can understand your fairness, but once again, 3 senators, 16 senators that are supposed to be represented, 3 senators still is less than a quarter of the total senators that are supposed to go to court.
You said 7 a.m. during week 10?
Honestly, actually.
So
3 senators. That is literally less than a quarter of you guys. Like, that is not policing for the student body at all. That's free.
Thank you so much. Are there any other questions, comments? Thank you, Casey.
No problem.
Anyone else?
Hi everyone, my name is Judith Schimmer, I'm a second-year public policy major here at UCR. I'm also the editor of State Up, which is the UC-wide newspaper. Has anyone heard of that? Any hands? Yeah, okay, that makes me happy to hear. So State Up was founded to give a collective source of information about what's going on about the UC, so you don't have to go 10 different places to figure out what's happening on different campuses. So I just want to invite you all to contribute a story if you're interested, what your opinion is of the UC system, what kind of issues are facing, things like that. We also cover events if you're interested. That's a resource for you all. And then I also emailed you all last week resources that I've been developing over the summer. There are a list of all campus organizations across the UC with their contact information, a description of what they're doing, as well as the key campus leaders system-wide so you can start talking to other senators from across the UC system. This work took hours across the summer to do. I'm really excited if you didn't use these resources, so they really are for you all. And let me know if there's any way I can support the projects that you all are doing. I currently have about 74 active projects going
the hall events and sending it out to us. That was really helpful, and we really do appreciate that. Thank you so much.
Good evening, Jim Sandoval, Vice Chair of Student Affairs. I look forward to more discussion in executive session later regarding the executive director reporting. I just wanted to make a clarification on the statement that President Green made, and that was that the decision was impeded by the chancellor. That's not the case. In fact, there was an internal audit that was conducted over the summer. There was a recommendation that was made for the change, and the chancellor's decision was based upon that recommendation and following the recommendation. We'll be discussing that in more detail, but since the public comment was made, I just wanted to clarify that point.
We look forward to speaking with you.
Hi. Okay. I would just like to address what you said, Vice President Sandoval, in that it has been 2 years, a 2-year process that the administration has been trying to kind of take more control over ASUCR's autonomy, take more control over Lori's executive director position, and I think that it wasn't just an internal audit, it has been a long-term process, and it wasn't just a recommendation. I think to say that would be to make light of things, so, yeah.
Thank you so much.
That's all.
Thank you. Any other questions? Perfect. Any other members of the gallery that would like to speak to the Senate at this time? No, we will move on to our next order of business, which is Senator reports. At this time, Senator, I will be asking 8 members of you all to be reporting sort of what you all have sent to me to today, and next week the other 8 senators will present. So we will start and begin our senator with our President Pro Tempore, Jonathan Lee, with his report.
I'll start off with LRC committee. I would like to remind everybody that it's every Monday at 5:15 p.m. The ASUCR conference room closed session. However, the committee minutes will be published on ASUCR public Google Share Drive, which we discuss later more in details. The committee will have a monthly public meeting starting next week, October 17th. It will be public for a certain amount of time in closed session for discussion for any other legislations. And legislation should be submitted to LRC Friday at 5 p.m. for upcoming LRC meeting. Okay, and now we'll go on to the projects. Right now I'm working on the Clicker Rental program, which started last year in spring quarter. And the program is expected to launch by the beginning of next quarter. And I already had a follow-up meeting with CNC Director Israel for the checkout system. And it should be coming up by winter quarter, should be by. Oh, and the Clayton rental program is expected to have more than 350 clickers for student rental at no cost. CNC is donating 250 clickers, housing 100, and cost of all combined is the remaining numbers. And the second project is the ASUCR Google Public Drive. The Google Public Drive is established to increase ASUCR accountability and transparency to the public. The public drive is modeled after ASUC Berkeley's Google Public Drive. The public drive will include committee minutes, agendas, executive orders, majority opinions, domain documents, and more. The public drive is currently under construction and expected to launch by the middle of November. And the public drive is also contributed by Executive Vice President Chow. Also, I'll be working on ASUCR bylaws structure reformation. The bylaw has started while I was a first-year fellow, and I would like to take up the project again to reform the entire structure of the bylaws to be made more organized. As of right now, the bylaws are not organized and few of the bylaws are not updated. The project will include revising outdated bylaws and organizing bylaws for easy access. The reformation project is expected to finish by the end of winter quarter, and this project is also assisted by Senator Cortez Hernandez and Senator Iba. Okay. And I also be working on motorist assistance program. Since the parking permit is expected to increase, especially when UCR begins their plan on parking structures. And according to UC Riverside's 2020 master plan, 3 parking structures were built, Lot 13, 30, and Canyon Crest. The plan also states that the increased cost to help subsidize the parking structures cost. Since there's an increased amount of students purchasing the permits, the then there should be a program that benefits commuters, regardless of students or faculty members. The current motorist assistance program is limited to 2 services, simply Jumpstart and gasoline at the student's cost. Okay. However, the program expanded to have much more services and much more services, students and faculty members at no cost. And the legislation that I'm working on right now is ASUCR Accountability Act. The bylaws are unorganized, especially regarding to the duties and consequences of each position. The act will be combined with multiple of ASUCR bylaws and updated to standards set by the Constitution. The act holds everyone in the office accountable, so no position is being targeted by this act. This act is also being contributed by Senator Cole and Senator Young. And also the next legislation is ASUCR Transparency Act. The current Transparency Act is not enforced and still has factual errors. The act will continue to ensure ASUCR transparent to the public, and this act is also contributed by Senator Ara and Senator Moore. And that's conclude my Senator report.
Thank you so much. Are there any questions? Perfect. Moving on to our next one, our Child Senator Nkosi.
Hello, my name is Jennifer Nkosi. I'm a second year at UCR, double majoring in film and African American Studies. I was born and raised in Fresno, California. Fresno is the breadbasket of the nation, but it's also the 5th most food secure city in the state of California. While running for Senate, I discussed issues that matter to me and many other students at UCR. One of those issues is food insecurity among UCR students. This year, I'm serving on the Art Pantry Committee, and one of my goals is to work with committee members to help make the resources at the pantry more accessible to students. As a film major, I would like to use my skills to create a commercial for the Art Pantry explaining what it is, where it's located, and how students can take advantage of it. Next, I would like to work with the dining hall and develop a system during finals week for students to apply for a complimentary meal certificate to increase food insecurity around finals time. The long-term goal would be to make the complimentary meal program year-round. However, I realize it will take time to fully develop. Finals week is a critical time for the school year, so allow us to pilot a program and work through the details. This year, I'm also serving on the Art Closet Committee. Our mission is to help in clothing insecurity on campus. I would like to meet with nearby banks and see if it's possible to submit grants proposals to generate funding and purchasing clothing for the closet. It might be helpful if we develop theme proposals, obviously like professional attire. Ariel and I are also in charge of planning the Undie Run this year. Our goal is to develop an outstanding outreach and awareness plan to promote the event and have a great turnout. The Undie Run has been held at UCR in the past, but sadly students are not aware of the event, so turnout has been low. College campuses such as UCLA and CSU Fullerton have huge turnouts for their Undie Runs. Their events bring many students together of all different genders, race, cultures, and at the Undie Run, we will create a clothing drive contest for student orgs. The org who brings the most clothes will receive a prize. I will also like to incorporate body positivity and interviewing. These are the projects I have for the year, and in 2 weeks, I hope to give you an update of our progress. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Do you have any questions for the senator? Thank you so much. Next, we're moving on to Child Senator Javier.
Hello, I'm Jonathan Javier. I'm 4th year business finance here. I'm a Child Senator. One of the projects that I'm working on currently is actually the test bank system. So what we're going to have is I have a lot of classes specifically with business, as well as different homework help and different text help that students can access. It's going to be sort of like an academic support system. I don't want it to imitate the like academic integrity of the students. So I want to work with Jim Sandoval with that. Also, I want it, of course, to be accessible to all students, so like a student could send something in and then they can return something back. So that's just a little bit about that. Also on the finance committee, unfortunately, I wasn't able to attend the meeting yesterday because I attended the career fair. I was looking at Google and Deloitte and seeing how they were doing things and whatnot. And then also another company that I'm trying to work with is for like different workshops, which is called ProSky, which they want to actually come to our campus and host different events.